Welcome everybody to our Let's Play, Witches and Wizards. Today we will be learning Harry Potter, Battle for Hogwarts, Defense Against the Dark Arts. I'm Jordan, this is my guest Luba, and we are Shreen Time Club. Hello Luba.
Hey, hello Jordan, thanks a lot for inviting me, I'm so excited.
Awesome to have you here again. Last time we played Catan together, and now we're going to play this competitive deck building game. I'm very excited to be playing with you again. Last time we played, it was the game Catan. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was also another fun game, and I had a great time here at Free Time Club.
Indeed, indeed. It was very fun. You and your sister were there as well as a friend. And you can watch our first episode where we play Settlers of Catan by clicking the link in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that we can make more of these. And you'll be the first to know when the new game comes out. Be the first of your friends to learn as we learn here today. Are you excited to play Harry Potter?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Looking forward to it. Yeah, although it's my first time, so I'm a little bit anxious. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that we will learn how to play it.
Yes, I have gone to the library and I've been studying the rules of this game. So hopefully this will just be like a study session for our magical exam, which is a duel between us.
Yeah.
The whole point, this is like a dueling match from the actual show, and we will be in a Defense Against the Dark Arts class practicing our spells on each other. First off, for introductions, how about you tell the people at home a fun fact about yourself.
Yeah, so hello everyone. Again, my name is Lyubov. Fun fact, I have discovered a secret passage to Hogsmeade, to a secret room with a free butterbeer.
Free butterbeer?
Yeah, a lot of free butterbeer.
Cool, you're gonna get drunk off a butterbeer. That's your fun fact. I thought your fun fact was like your distant cousin is a Weasley or...
I mean, yeah, that's... That's indeed. Yeah, I have some connection to Weasley family, obviously.
Clearly.
Yeah, hopefully today when a certain hat will determine my house, it will be a Gryffindor. Yeah, I think I belong there with my family.
Well, I won't say which house I belong in. Maybe you can guess. But fun fact about myself, my real world familiar is a cat. I have a pet cat at home. She's my soulbound familiar. So first thing today, we're going to ask the sorting hat what our houses are. Then we'll get to go into our house, one of these four here, and we will play with that house for the rest of the game. So, shall we begin?
Oh yes, let's do it.
Prepare to receive the wisdom of the sorting hat.
Yes, I hope it's...
For your Gryffindor transformation.
Oh.
We have a very special sorting hat here. We are filming from Berlin, so instead of the on-brand sorting hat, we have der sprechende Hut. Time to see what house I belong to.
Yeah, I think I have a guess, but let's see.
I knew it.
Surprise!
I knew it. The sorting hat, he knew. He saw in my mind Slytherin is great for me, my ambitions of being evil and lazy. Time for my Slytherin transformation. Magical girl. Nice. Even have a Salazar Slytherin trading card. Magic portrait. This was meant for me. All right, now we have our houses. I think we're ready to start playing.
Yeah, let's do it. Finally, let's start.
My mortal enemy. Now that we have our houses, have a look here. These are the four houses in the game. People can even be of two houses. I mean, of the same house. As you see, it's the same on the reverse side.
Okay, yeah.
So, I shall take this one, and this one belongs to you.
Thank you very much.
Gryffindor scum. The cool thing about these cards is that they show you how to play. Like, here's the turn order. This is what we follow every time during our turn. Next, you will notice that we have cards here with a spell. Alohomora. So, The cool part about this game, and one that I think I've made up myself, but obviously was meant to be played like this, we can choose a wand and we can actually make the spells when we play them. So now it's time for the choice of wand, whichever one you like.
Okay, I think like also wand should select me. But yeah, let's try maybe a couple of wands.
We only have Death Eater wands, so we can you can take full control of the wand.
Yeah, like I think I actually lean towards one. Let's try this one. Oh my god, I felt such a strong connection with this one.
The magic flows through me. Okay, cool. I will go for... Yes. That's the one.
Like actually super pretty ones. Look at them. It's like such a...
I love this one. It's got the thorns and everything.
Such a pleasure to have this experience and actually like have a real wand.
Yeah. It's going to be even cooler. Like, have a look here. You have the spell Alohomora, and it shows you go like, Alohomora.
Alohomora.
Oh, nice. Damn. Looks like we're going to have to see who studied harder. Now we can take one of these little house tokens, put it into this plastic stand, and now put it on the start space on the dueling mat. There you go.
There we go.
Next, we're going to have a look at the familiars, the pets. What pet do you want? I'm taking the cat, of course, like obviously.
Yeah. I'm also a cat person. Can I also have it?
Yes,
yeah?
you can also have the cat.
I mean, all also is awesome. But yeah, let's start with the cat.
Okay. So we can set up our place like this. You can add the cat to your deck. This card doesn't go into my deck, it's just my charm. And next, we're going to have a look at the cards. So Luba, do you recognize anything from here?
Well, I see we have like a couple of different tokens. The health token, the damage token,
Indeed.
impact tokens, and don't remember how those are called.
The stun markers.
Stunt markers, yeah?
Well, stun.
Stun.
Yes.
Ah, stun markers, okay.
Yes, like if I knock you over the head and just... That's right. These are some of the 3 main resources we'll be using in the game. And of course, the object of the game is to push your opponent back on the dueling mat until they reach the end where they get stunned.
Okay.
First person to get stunned 3 times loses. So basically, best 3 out of 5. So this is a deck building game. That means that our whole goal is to take these 10 cards, which are basically the same, well, exactly the same. These are our starting cards.
So at this moment we both have the same cards?
Exactly the same cards, yes. Equal cards. And our goal is to make a more powerful deck than our opponent. So we add cards to our deck to make it more powerful.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, how do we do that?
Well, to do that, we need to play these cards to gain their effects. So first, for example, when we play the spell Alohomora, we gain 1 of this symbol. And this symbol means the money, the influence. This is how we can get new cards. The other type of card, the item, the cauldron, can give us either an influence or one of these heart tokens. A heart token allows us to heal or move forward 1 space on the mat. Then the other type of card, the wand, where you gain 1 damage token. Here's the attack token. This allows you to push your opponent back 1 space on the dueling mat.
Okay, this is where we should head to collect those ones, yeah?
Yes. If you want to win, you collect those. These for making your deck stronger, and these for making sure you stay in the game. There is also one other type of card, and that is the ally card. As it says here, we both start with the ally cat. Ally cards are placed horizontally, and unlike spell cards or item cards, they stay in the game. We'll see how that works very soon. In this case, our cat has a condition. Once per turn, if you played at least 3 spells, you gain an attack token. Allow me to introduce the board. Here we have 4 different areas. First, we have the banished area, where banished cards will go. That basically means they're removed from the deck. They're sent to the shadow dimension. Here we have the hexes area. These are evil spells that you can give your opponent, which does evil things to them.
That's interesting.
It will be.
I'm really excited to look what's there.
It would be a fun strategy to play. Here we have the classroom. In the classroom, we look at 5 cards that we can choose to buy. So, here in the classroom, we have 5 cards that you can choose to buy. As you can see, each of these cards has a small one of these tokens with a number at the bottom right. This is how much of these influence tokens you need in order to purchase them, to add them to your deck. Every card that you buy goes immediately. So, for an example, all you need to do is play 4 Alohamoras, like this. Alohomora! And then you can add this card to your discard pile. Every new card you get goes into your discard pile, and right away you draw a new card. Lastly, we have the library over there. Show us the library, my friend.
Okay, here we also have another deck, different books.
Yes, indeed.
But they are all the same, right? The
They
cards
are.
are the same. Mm-hmm.
It's like a normal library. You can take books out for a small library fee.
Okay, so we need to pay 3 tokens, right, to get this book card, library. But it also says gain 2 tokens or draw a card and return this card to the library.
Exactly. These cards, basically, you either keep the book for the extra influence that knowledge gives you, or you can decide to take it out of your deck and put it back in the library, returning the library book.
I'm not sure I understood. So, for example, I can buy it, I can put it into my deck, and then in the future, if I want, I can return it, right?
Yes, when you play it. There are 3 types of cards in the whole game. We start by taking our starting deck with these 10 cards, shuffling them,
Including a cat?
including the cat. Go ahead, just shuffle the kitty around. And once you have your deck, you draw 5 cards. This will happen every round. If you have a look at the end of your turn, every time you draw 5 cards. There are 3 types of cards in the game: the spells, the items, and the allies. Every spell or item that you play, for example, Alohomora, immediately gives you the effect on the card. It is now no longer in your hand, it is now in play. Once you play it, you take whatever token it says, or do whatever actions it tells you to do, and then you put it to one side and play your next card. The wand immediately gives me 1 damage. I take the 1 damage token, set it aside. Then I play the cat. That's the 3rd type of card, the ally. This usually has a requirement before you can use it. So if I play another Alohomora, 3 of them, I get a damage token after that. Can activate it whenever I'm able to.
And when are you able to do that? With 3 Alohomora, yeah?
3 of any kind of spell.
And when it's your turn, you need to activate all of the 5 cards from your deck here, yeah?
Yes, from your hand, you put 1 down at a time, activate each card at a time, set it aside when it's finished, and then, once you've played all your cards, or at any point in between, you can use what resources you have.
Okay, so it was your turn. You have already activated your cards, right?
Yes, indeed. But this is just an example. At the end of your turn, here's very important. You take everything that you did not use. I'm just going to say I did nothing, because we're now squaring up on the dueling mat. I'm saying right now, I'll let you have a free turn. I'm the senior of this class. Every spell and every item goes into a discard pile, face up next to your deck. Any allies that you have stay in play until your opponent has an ability that makes you discard it, which means these guys will be staying up quite a bit. So remember, these stay in play, all allies in play, spells and items go to the discard pile, and then you draw 5 new cards. Go ahead, give it a try.
Okay, so it's my turn now. So I start with Alohomora. Alohomora. And it gave me one this token. Then I go on and I activate my cauldron item. Yeah.
Indeed.
And which give me one impact. No, it's not impact. It's impact token.
Well, influence is
influence.
kind of the word.
Yeah, yes. Thank you very much. Influence token, but also a health, which is also amazing. It will help me in the future. And then I also have a wand, which give me one impact token.
Nice.
And one Alohomora. And another Alohomora.
Very good.
Okay, so I put them here into wasted cards.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Technically you do at the end of your turn. But yes, that they would go into your discard pile at the end of the turn.
Okay, and now what I need to do, the next step, I could apply all those tokens, right?
Now you have all these tokens, you can buy anything from the classroom or the library.
Okay, I have 4 of these. I think it's also better to use them straight away, not to postpone, because if we don't use them, that we need to get rid of them.
That's right.
I would love to have some impact token, but I think it's not possible at this moment. I buy then this one, sugared butterfly wings.
Oh, very nice. The moment you buy a card, it goes straight into your discard pile.
This?
Yes.
Then I put it here, and this also here. And
technically, all the cards that you played still stay outside of your discard pile. Just the cards you buy go into your discard pile. Very important. There's three different areas. For all deck building card games, there are 3 different areas, or 4 technically. You have your hand, very different because some things, abilities target your hand. You have your play area, whatever you have put into play. And you have your discard pile. Things that you buy immediately go into your discard pile, and when your turn is over, things go into your discard pile.
And I do still have these 2 tokens, so basically I could already damage you a little bit. Yeah?
Yes.
just slightly. And I could also provide me an extra health, but since I'm totally healthy, it gives me nothing.
Very good. You cannot move past the start space.
Yeah, then okay, then it says here.
Yes.
And that means that my turn is over, yeah, and now I put those cards into my discard.
Yes, indeed. And you haven't played a cat this turn, which means...
I didn't have it.
Yes. Nice. And remember, whenever you buy a card, immediately replace it. Let's have a look at the anatomy of a card. This is a lesson now. I am the teacher. Understand that as a higher year student, it's my responsibility to teach you the ways of dueling. For an example, have a look at this item. It is a polyjuice potion. If you remember what this does?
Yeah, of course. I can take a form of another person to disguise myself.
Yes, if you get a bit of their juice, I mean, hair. Drink their juices. Have a look at the anatomy of a card. Pay attention, this will be on the test. Here we have the card type, the card's name. This is the card's effect the moment you put it into play. Like this, you can copy the ability of an ally. We also have the card's ally effect. This happens when you have an ally of this house in play. Or if it matches the color of your house, because then you're your own ally from Slytherin. Because I'm from Slytherin, I can activate this ability. You may choose an opponent's ally instead, then they discard that ally. This is the only way to get allies from play into discard pile.
Okay. Interesting.
Here, this symbol shows the cost, the amount of influence tokens you need to take it from the market, or rather the classroom, into your discard pile. It is also the same for this type of card, a spell. This card has no house, so it only has its first effect. This card and this card also have house effects. If I were to play this card, Defender, I would only get this ability right here. I can banish a card, which means I put it in this area. Remove it from my hand. It has to be either in my hand or my discard pile. For example, a deck where you take your cards from, a discard pile where you put your cards in, and when you're playing, you put your card down one at a time to the side. I have my hand, play, and discard pile. This card only works for other cards that are in my hand still or in the discard pile. And if I have a Hufflepuff ally, I gain the second ability. Then have a look at the anatomy of an ally card. An ally card has the house symbol, the ally's name, their ability when it can be activated. For example, here you can only activate it if you gain a heart this turn. Their cost and their card type, the ally. When you have an ally and they need to stay up in front of you, when you have an ally and you play a card of the same house, you can activate their house ally ability. Then we went over the turn order. The first step in any turn, everyone will have a hand of 5 cards at the beginning of their turn. Not always though. Sometimes you can make your enemy discard a card, but we'll get there. You have 5 cards at the beginning. Step number 1, resolve any hexes that you have in your hand. Any hex needs to be played immediately. Whenever you have a hex card in your hand, no matter if you had to draw it during your turn, or whether you have it at the beginning of your turn, you need to play it before anything else. For example, Levicorpus. Choose an ally you have in play, the play area, discard that ally. You have to play it, and then it goes at the end of your turn back into your discard pile.
So it's like a negative card, yeah?
Indeed, it is a curse, a hex. A very important thing about hexes, you cannot discard them or banish them on the turn that you play them, because they're still in your play area. Remember? Hand, play area, discard pile. The next phase of play is the play phase. This is where you get to play cards one by one from your hand. Yes, indeed, that's the one. So, again, one by one into the play area. The moment it's played, activate its ability. If there's any tokens, you take them, put it to the side. Again, put it to the side. Again, put it to the side. This is how we do. At any point while you're playing, you keep cards in your hand. You can use any resources that you have. For example, 1 attack to push you back 1, and then I can keep playing. For example, I can buy now a library book or the Polyjuice potion. Whenever you purchase a card, remember this is still my hand. Whenever you buy a card, it goes directly into your discard pile. The moment you buy a card, you need to put another one into the classroom. So, in theory, if you have enough influence coins, you can buy a card, have some left over, and see what card comes up next before continuing to buy.
Yeah, that's a good advice.
Remember, if you play an ally, it goes like this, over here, horizontal. This stays in this play area right in front of you. If a card ever tells you to banish, you take cards either from your hand, these aren't in my hand anymore, or your discard pile and put them into the banished area. You cannot take cards that are in play. You cannot banish them. Now we go to the last phase, the end phase. When you end your turn, all the cards that you have played, except for the allies stay up, go into your discard pile. Any unused tokens, you put them back into the pool, and then you draw 5 new cards. Now this is where you get to use the awesome expensive cards that you bought, because if you need to draw cards, I only have 2, and your deck is empty, you take your discard pile, shuffle it, more than I'm doing now, but anyway, and continue drawing from that. Then you have a chance to get those new cards that you bought. That's how you make your play stronger. Allow me, fellow younger classmate, to direct your attention to the library, the best place for reading, studying, and kissing. But in this case, it's a place for books. This is the book card. Books form part of a very important strategy. These cards are good to buy if you can't afford any of the cards in the classroom, or if there are more expensive cards that you need more money for. In this way, you scale your deck, make your deck stronger by having cards in your deck that give you 2 influence. At the beginning, everyone can only get a maximum of 5 influence in a single turn, 5 Alahomoras. But with this card in your hand, you increase that maximum number to 6. With 2 of them, you can increase it to 7. So in the early game, this can be a good way to reliably scale up your influence and economy. Just be careful, the later into the game you go, the less powerful influence cards become. So, how do we win the duel? You win a duel by knocking your opponent back all the way to the stun space. At this point, your opponent is stunned. At that point, your opponent gets 1 stun token. There's even a little space to put stun tokens right over here. The first person to 3 stun tokens is out of the game. If I get you to 3 stun tokens, I win. And that's the point of the wizard duel. Knock you down 3 times, keep you down, for good. At this point, everyone takes all of their cards, in play, hand, discard pile, shuffles them together to make a brand new deck. All of the cards that you've collected so far continue into round 2. So for the rest of the games, all the cards that you've bought, you keep.
Yeah, well.
For example, I'm the winner, it's my turn. I can finish my turn by buying cards, discarding, using abilities until I end my turn. So I can do as I please after stunning you until we shuffle everything back together for a new deck. And, important, the player that was stunned gets to choose who goes first. Allow me to explain deck building games in general, just in a bit of a different way, using metaphors. Think of deck building games like you're a chef, yeah? And your cards are the ingredients. Each card is like a different ingredient, right? A different recipe or technique. As you play, you're not just cooking up awesome dishes, but you're also building the menu at the same time. You're trying to make the ultimate menu. You strategically select the best flavors and the best combinations. And with each dish that you prepare, you evolve your deck, making it more refined and powerful. And both you and your opponent are trying to feed each other as much as possible until someone dies of heart attack first. So if you're ever wondering what a deck building game is, that's it. There is another important strategy, and that's the strategy of banishing your cards. All deck building games scale with the length of the game. So a mechanic where you remove weak cards entirely from the game makes you stronger the longer the game goes on. This is important because it increases the efficiency of your deck by making it thinner. So you get the same, more powerful hands more often. It also improves your chances of drawing the powerful cards and reduces the likelihood of drawing the weak cards late in the game. Basically, you're just removing all your weak cards, leaving only the strong cards. Like if we were cooking, at this point you'd be removing the fats and the carbs to make a lean, mean breakfast.
Yeah, like mayonnaise from salad.
Exactly. You remove mayonnaise from salad in order to, so that the more salads you make are with mustard and honey mustard and stuff like that, not just cheap mayo. Another benefit of banishing your cards is that you streamline your deck so that you have more of a specific strategy. Especially when it comes to ally house abilities, it means that more of those two houses will be in play at the same time. So more often your ally and the card that you have of that house will be in play at the same time.
Okay, got it.
Because you'll get it more often because you have to go through less cards. And in this game, banishing is also very important because this is what lets you remove hexes from your deck. Hexes as a strategy is very interesting. You give your opponents cards that are damaging to them, not only making their deck bigger, bloating their deck, but also giving them cards that they don't want to play, that like damage them by discarding or getting rid of their allies. The difficulty with a hex strategy is that it only works given time and number. You need a lot of hexes in your opponent's deck for it to make much of a difference, and it's going to take a lot of time to build up to that point. Another thing you also have to be careful of is giving your opponent benefits by giving them hexes. Especially in the early game, it can be, for example, a hex that makes your opponent banish the top card of their deck. Maybe this lets them banish an Alohomora, which they want to get rid of. It's one of the weakest cards. All the starting cards are your weakest cards. So that actually makes their deck better. So with hexes, just remember it's going to need time, it's going to need money so you can get a lot of those cards, and you need a lot of those to make it a good strategy for you. There is also the discarding strategy, where you make your opponent take cards from their hand into their discard pile, so they play less cards in that round. That only really helps if you have a lot of discards as well. So if you make your opponent play 3 or 2 cards instead of 5, that's when it's powerful. Otherwise, your opponent's just going to discard an Alohomora, and it's not going to do much -1 influence. When it's really powerful is to buy cards that make your opponent discard when your opponent is using a banishing strategy. This means they're more likely to have a hand where all 5 of their cards are good cards that they bought from the classroom. This means that, for example, if your opponent banished all of their Alohomoras, all of their little wands in their cauldrons, this means they're probably going to have a full hand of cards from here. Making someone discard one of these cards so that they can't play it is pretty powerful. But again, it's a strategy that requires time, and you need a lot of those to make it really have a benefit. Also, for choosing your house, there are a couple of different things that each house is good at. Gryffindor is good for early aggression, getting that early damage, stunning your opponent quickly, making the game quick. Both Ravenclaw and Slytherin prefer a longer game. Slytherin scales their deck, Ravenclaw scales their economy, their influence. So they like longer games. Hufflepuff, of all the houses, is the most flexible. Just like real life, I suppose. All right, it's time to play our game. As far as starting goes, I can't remember how to start. I, for every game, just see high roll 2 dice, whoever has the highest number starts. The starting sometimes has a benefit because you can be the first one to buy a money card that has more than 1 money. That means you have a higher probability of being the first one with a higher maximum influence. So to get those 6s or 7s first when there's a card here. So like going first, I will go first just to show an example. Of course I will. And that means I can buy money cards to get this 6 cost card first, potentially. So we have our shuffled starting decks. We each start with 5 cards. Let the game begin. Take your 5 cards for now, and let's learn how to defend ourselves. First, I play, bam, Alohomora. I have 1 of these, get 1 of these, bam, bam, bam. That's 3 more.
Oh wow, 4.
Yes, got pretty lucky. And a cat. Once per turn, if I played at least 3 spells, 1 of these. Now, I only have 4. I could buy Flagrante. Banish a card from your hand or discard pile. Ooh. And from the classroom. Yes. And it can give me 2 money. I will take it. I put those here. Take this into my discard pile. Immediately replace the card. And use my damage token. My damage token pushes you back 1 space. Now it is my end turn. Anything I haven't used goes back. All my spells and items into my discard pile. My cat stays up. I draw 5 new cards, and it is your turn.
Okay, so here I am, starting with my first card, the spell Alohomora.
No, what was that?
1, Alohomora. 2, Alohomora. 3, Alohomora. 4, just as you. And I'm also going to activate my wand card, which also gives me 1 impact token,
Nice.
which is great. And I'm going to activate it straight away so that we're even and I'm not annoyed. And also let's see what I can do with these ones, because it's also better to spend them straight away. So I really need to buy something. But yet I'm very limited. With 4, I can buy a book.
Yes, that's another point of the book. Good for buying if you can't buy anything else.
Okay, so I'm buying it and I have to put it here, right? To my discharge deck, and I'm
Put
getting
3
rid of
coins
this.
there. So for now, just put 3 coins there to demonstrate. You have 2 left over.
Why? Yeah, true. Miscalculated. Okay, so I have just 1 left.
You work as a cashier.
I have just 1 left. It cost me 3 out of my 4. And yeah, my turn is over. Unfortunately, I have to rid of this token.
It's wasted.
Yeah, it's wasted, and I'm putting those cards into my discard deck. And yeah, I draw 5 new cards.
Indeed. At this point, buying a book is really not a bad idea because you do get the extra money for that 6 cost card. All right then, we shall do it. Alohomora. I'll have 3 of those. Bam. I then play a wand for 1 attack and a cauldron. I am going to choose to gain a health token. So, we shall begin with buying a book. Can you please pass me a book from that top shelf?
Please.
Very good. And 1 attack. Move yourself back 1. And I heal myself 1. I'm coming. I'm advancing.
Oh, geez, no.
And did I play 3 spells? Yes, I did. I can activate my cat. Another one.
No. That's too fast. That's too fast.
Yes, I will make sure this is a quickie. And as you can see, my deck is empty. My discard pile, I take, shuffle it up, and that's where I draw my new cards from.
All right, I'm going to activate my Alohomora. And the second and the third, taking those 3 tokens, money. And yeah, I also have a cat.
Oh, yes.
I'm activating it only now.
Very cool.
I gain 1 impact opportunity, and I'm activating my last card, which is Cauldron. And I have here a chance to get either like money or a health.
So what will you do?
Yeah, I guess let's think. Yeah, for now it doesn't make sense for me to get new money because I still cannot buy anything. So it's going to be health. And yeah, activating my health and moving a little bit 1 step ahead.
Nice.
And 3 coins. Yeah, again for a book, I believe.
Library, very good.
And activating my impact. So yeah, still behind you, but okay, that's not too bad. We can live with that.
Very good, very good, very good. Let's do this. I have a book. First play, I choose to gain the 2 influence coins. I could, if I wanted to, draw a card and return it to the library, but I will not. I want to keep it. I will also then play my Flagrante. I can banish a card from my discard pile and the classroom. I have no discard pile. So those are my only two choices, discard pile and classroom. So what I will do is I will remove Cedric Diggory.
Oh, no, please,
I
no.
knew it. This is the one you wanted. Goodbye,
I
Cedric.
know.
Just like in canon.
I still can look at him on this.
I'll have to banish another one as soon as I can. Okay, here we go. That gets me 1 influence token. I have 3, so I play 2 Alohomora. And that gets me 5. I will get this Slytherin spell, because I am Slytherin and it would automatically activate its special ability. Densalgio. I never heard of this spell, honestly. Densalgio. Okay, I purchase the card, put it into my discard pile. I play my Cauldron. I take 1 health. I move forward on the practice mat. And now, for my end turn, before my end turn, I count my spells. 3, activate my cat. That's 1 damage to you. End my turn, everything into my discard pile. 5 new cards.
All right, my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, we are starting also with the books. And I'm also getting 2 coins. Then, Cauldron. 1 health, I believe. Straight away I will activate it so that it doesn't bother me. And Alohomora. 3 times, 3 coins. Okay, I can actually now finally buy something exciting. There are a lot of different cards, but I will also go with this one because it gives me some extra chance since I'm a Gryffindor.
Cotto matte! How many coins do you have?
I have, no, I have just 5, no.
You've already used your Cauldron to gain 1 health. You could have used it to gain 1 more influence. Unfortunately, we call that a misplay.
Yeah. But that's good. That's what I will learn for the next turn. But yeah, anyways, I will buy then. Oh, wow. Some interesting. Okay. This is like a kind of Gryffindor. All right. I will take this one.
Obliviate!
Obliviate.
Oh, that's a good spell.
Yeah, Obliviate.
Okay, and
1 impact.
new spell, Impedimenta.
Okay. You're...
All right, we're equal again. I will first use my wand to gain a damage. I'll damage you right away. I will play 4 times Alohomora and gain 4 of these. I also gain some cat scratches to move you back another step. And I have 4 coins. I will take a book, please. I will put it directly into my discard pile. It is now the end of my turn. I take all cards from play into the discard pile. Anything I didn't use goes back into the pool, and I draw 5 new cards. As you can see, I only have 1 card in my deck, so I take this card and shuffle my discard pile to make 4 new draws.
I do start with a book, +2. I still want to get that card, so now I will keep in mind, I still cannot buy it this time. Then Alohomora. Second one and third. And a wand, which I'm moving you also, my dear, 1 step.
Just 1?
Yeah, just 1.
I thought you were a Gryffindor cheating.
Okay, and okay, 5. Then let's take this another Obliviate.
2 Obliviates. Ooh, I gotta watch out.
You watch out, my dear. Straight away, put in a new one. Restore momentum.
Okay.
And could you please give me a tip? Can I do anything with my cat? No.
Do you have 3 spells? Did you use your cat yet?
This turn, no.
Yes, so you do use it once every turn.
You know, like probably I missed it last time, but yeah, like good that I checked it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Then I do another damage to you, and we are almost even. Almost even. Okay. Let's move.
It's very good for hand discipline to try and do this as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So for example, 4 times Aloamora. I get 4 of these, and because I now have 4 spells, I will use my cat for an attack. And book, another 2. So let me count my gold. 3, 6, perfect. I will take this away from you.
Please don't be that evil. Don't be that evil.
This is all according to my evil. I am that evil. It's not even evil. This is just the right way to play. To make you suffer as much as possible. Disable your opponent. Good offense is the best defense. And now, to end my turn, I use my 1 attack. Put my cards into my discard pile. Draw 5 new cards.
Okay, Alohomora. Straight away, yeah, activating my cat, my ally. Okay, 1 book. Going to get 2 coins. Another book, another 2 coins. Yeah, watch out. Wand. Another impact. And Obliviate. Which gives me like again 2 coins. And it's like a additional one, yeah? I can also gain like 1 impact.
Chottomatte.
Wow.
Put it back.
That's... Huh?
Psst, put it back. Have a look at the anatomy of this card. What house is that?
Okay. Okay, it's a Ron Claw.
Indeed.
Okay,
you
unfortunately.
need a Ravenclaw ally to activate that ability.
Okay. Another time. I will have my time to shine. Okay, let's firstly think what we can buy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Dang.
So this time I can afford finally this card.
I can't afford.
Put it here.
Very good. Immediately replace the card.
So opponent discards a non-hex card and puts a hex in their discard pile.
It goes directly into your discard pile, but yes, it is quite the card. Hexing card.
Okay, and 2 impacts.
All right. This game is close.
What's there?
My plan is coming together. Ha! You thought, Weasley, that you could just come up to me and challenge me in front of the whole school? Think again. I cast Alohomora. That's already 2 influence with my fellow peers. However, we go further. As you can see, my wand is of the highest quality, given to me by my father. No, he's not a Death Eater. Ignore that. I will use my cauldron to stir up a healthy potion. And now, my studying has paid off. I cast Densorgio. Not only do you put a hex into your discard pile, take it. However...
Okay, but interesting, first hex card.
First hex, we'll see what it is later.
Yeah, not good.
Very good. That's good. This is a Slytherin card. And I am in the house Slytherin, which means I gain an extra attack. I use that to attack, to stun you. Stay on the floor where you belong. Yes, I have won the first round. Now, because you are stunned, I can still continue my turn. I will use my health token. Not that it matters, because we will reset. I have 2 of these coins. I might as well get Petrificus Totalis, which I gain 1 damage or choose an ally and discard your ally. So I can finally get rid of your cat.
Don't you dare!
I dare. I definitely dare. My cat doesn't like your cat. Cats are territorial. Oh, and that was even overkill because I do have 3 spells, so I do get an extra attack, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, but what's now? I'm stunned and I need to start in the beginning, right?
That's right. Now we go into the reset. You have taken a stun token. We go into the start. All of your cards from your play and your discard pile.
Me as well, yeah?
Yes, those as well.
Even though I didn't have my turn.
Yes, even though you didn't have your turn. Everything goes into a new deck. Very important, your allies also go into your deck. And now we start the next round. I will destroy you, Gryffindor.